Hello, everybody. It's Carlo here, Bald Boy. It's Monday, July 8th, already into July. Geez, my birthday's coming up in a couple of weeks. I'll be 65. And anyway, just wanted to run through some of the stuff I'm going to be playing on tonight's show, 8 to 10 Eastern Time at radiowaterloo.ca. You can listen live. Um, I I've missed these little promo clips the last couple of weeks. In recent times, I did a Canada Day show. All Canadian artists seem to go over pretty well with those who follow me. And just by happenstance, last Saturday, I did a programmed show. I'm not in the studio on Saturdays, as you may know. I'm in the studio on Monday nights. An REM, all REM show. I got into a discussion with a show follower in the Boston area, and he had posted Low, the song Low from Out of Time, the 1991 album that by REM that had Losing My Religion on it, a big hit. And so we got talking about REM, and one thing led to another. And since I was doing some themed shows, live album shows on Saturday mornings, he suggested maybe at some point I do an all REM show. And I do like to change it up with my shows, so that's what I did. And lo and behold, people seem to like that one too. So tonight, I'm going back to just sort of a playlist. I'm going to start with the New Barbarians. That was the band put together by Ronnie Wood. Keith Richards was in it. Ian McLaughlin of the Faces. Bobby Keys, a Stones associate saxophone player. The renowned bass player Stanley Clark. And Zigaboo from the Meters, the drummer. And of course, they toured the States, a short-lived tour, 1979, and they were promoting Ronnie Wood's album, Give Me Some Neck at the time. And then, of course, as part of that, the Stones played in Oshawa, Ontario, the famous um, uh, Concert for the Blind show that was actually Keith Richards' sentence for having been busted for drugs in 1977 in Toronto, and the Stones showed up. I still cannot believe, as I wrote on my online commentary, I still cannot believe I attended that show. I still can't even remember how I got tickets. I mean, there's only 5,000 or two shows, an afternoon show and an evening show, 5,000 seat arena. Ironically, later in my journalism career, I wound up covering hockey games in that Oshawa arena. But in any event, I saw that concert. We saw the afternoon show. Me and my buddy from college, we tried to hide in the washroom to watch the evening show, but we were found out. But anyway, it was to be one of 10,000 people who saw that in the world was amazing. So anyway, I'm going to be playing something from that tour, "Am I Grooving You," which was on Ronnie Wood's first solo album in 1974. I've got my own album to do, and then of course the Barbarians did it. Then some fairly recent John Mayall from 2016. Going to have some Robin Trower from 1980, "Victims of the Fury," the title cut. UFO, early UFO from Phenomenon album in 1974, which was the first one where Michael Schenker came over from the Scorpions and led UFO down a harder rock path. They had been kind of a space rocky band for their first two albums. Then Pat Benatar, "My Clone Sleeps Alone," from her first album, "In the Heat of the Night," 1979. Budgie, some Ronnie James Dio, some Black Sabbath from the 13 album, the last studio album they did, and that was with Ozzy Osbourne back on vocals. Bad Company from 1979's um, uh, Desolation Angels album. That's the one with Rock and Roll Fantasy on it. I'm going to be playing Evil Wind. Jeff Beck from Truth. ZZ Top, cool tune, Snappy Khaki from the Tejas album. And almost reggae-ish. If you didn't know it was ZZ Top, you wouldn't know it was ZZ Top. Stevie Wonder from Songs in the Key of Life, a massive double album he released in 1976. Joe Jackson, "Blaze of Glory," title cut I'm going to play. Jethro Tull, some reasonably latter-day Jethro Tull. It's already 30 years ago now. 1993's "Catfish Rising" album. And Santana to some Little Feat from 2003. And I just found out, actually, while putting the show together, they've got a new album out, mostly blues covers, Little Feat. Still three members from the glory days. remaining, and they've got a blues album out, just came out a couple months ago, actually, and Bonnie Raitt helps them out on vocals on it. And then Santana live from the Lotus album that came out in 1974. They were touring on a Caravanserai album that came out in 72, and then they released Lotus, a noted live album. So that's what I'm going to be playing tonight, Monday, July 8th at Radio Waterloo. Tune in, radiowaterloo.ca, listen live, and I'll be in the studio, and it's 5:30 now, and I'll be in the studio in a couple hours and a half. Take care. Thanks for listening.